Compared to the hustle and bustle of LAX, San Bernardino International Airport is an oasis of calm. Curbside crowds aren't an issue here. Clearing customs is a breeze. There are plenty of empty seats while you wait for your flight, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait. Despite an investment of over $220 million, San Bernardino Airport doesn't have any airlines. The terminals are deserted. So why is there a brand new empty airport 60 miles from LA that most Angelenos don't even know exists? The answer goes back at least 20 years. In 1994, the military closed San Bernardino's Norton Air Force Base.
We will now retire the unit guidons and the 63rd Airlift Wing flag.
Since World War II, the base had been a key logistics depot and transport facility. It was also a key source of revenue for San Bernardino, providing highly paid aviation industry jobs until it eventually closed up shop.
And when that happened, 10,000 overnight. Economic equivalent of 15,000 jobs lost to the local economy, and about $1.9 billion out of the local economy gone. That's a pretty devastating impact.
It's been a rough couple of decades for San Bernardino. With over 30% of residents below the poverty line, San Bernardino is the second poorest city in the entire country, just after Detroit. Crime is up, and the city has yet to emerge from a bankruptcy filing in 2012.
We're going to do everything in our power to bring jobs back to support this economic engine that we had for all those years.
So far, most of those new jobs have come from industries that have nothing to do with aviation. The base reuse project involves 14,000 acres around the airport. Companies like Amazon and Pepsi have built giant warehouses on the site. Stater Brothers grocery store relocated their headquarters to the airport adjacent land. The businesses are all part of an industrial park known as Alliance, California, developed by one of Ross Perot's companies. And they've had some successes.
To date, they've constructed over 8.6 million square feet of new facilities. They have created over 6,800 jobs just on the commercial industrial park site alone.
But commercial aviation, that remains an unrealized dream for San Bernardino. Critics have called it the airport to nowhere, a pipe dream. Mayor Carrie Davis knows those empty gates are sore spots for the community.
Yes, it was a very expensive venture, and yes, it's frustrating to not see it to come to its full fruition at this time, but certainly as a potential economic engine for our community and for the region, it will have that long-term impact and positive effect on our community.
It's partly an issue of bad timing. Years and years ago, developers assumed LA area airports would be swamped.
At that time, we were the future capacity for Southern California as those plans were being formulated.
But the airline industry has changed. After 9/11, most major U.S. airlines filed for bankruptcy protection. Today, airlines are flying fewer planes, and Southern Californians can already choose from 5 different airports: LAX, Burbank, Orange County, Long Beach, and Ontario. San Bernardino certainly isn't known as a tourism hotspot, but Deputy Director of Aviation Mark Gibbs is confident that eventually there will be enough demand to support commercial flights.
Within a 30-minute drive of the airport, there's nearly 2 million residents. Within 60 minutes of the airport, there's nearly 9 million residents. There's demographics to support commercial air service out of the airport.
While airport officials stress they're open to all possibilities, there's a hope that an airline might capitalize on the desire of residents in communities east of Los Angeles to fly south.
We have a large population of those who travel back and forth to South America, so this is a great place for them.
While those jet bridges continue to sit empty, there are still plenty of flights out of San Bernardino.
There's more activity than people actually realize at the San Bernardino Airport. We actually get about 28,000 operations a year, and an operation is defined as either an airplane landing or an airplane taking off. So there's a decent amount of aviation activity.
San Bernardino has been able to attract some charter and corporate aviation customers. By far, the nicest terminal is the FBO, or Fixed Based Operator Facility. Pilots and passengers can relax in the lounge, and a conference room awaits executives who might fly in just for a meeting. It's not quite buzzing with activity yet, but there were at least scheduled flights on the board. The area around the airport also serves as a base for the U.S. Forest Service. Planes can take off from San Bernardino to fight wildfires. And the airport gets revenue from on-site MROs, maintenance repair organizations. MROs test and service planes in San Bernardino's hangars. Although, don't get too excited by that Virgin America plane. VA still only flies out of LAX, but some of their Airbuses do get serviced in San Bernardino. Finally, the airport touts its easy access to rail and freeway options as a benefit for air cargo operations. If only carriers would start to see it as a viable alternative to LAX.
Because of the negative publicity that's been out there in the past, there's somewhat of a need to overcome that challenge. And fortunately, I think we have the staff on board that will help to bring about a change in that image.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is the image some San Bernardino residents associate with the airport. In 2011, the FBI raided the airport offices as part of a probe into allegations of misconduct. Eventually, airport developer Scott Spencer was charged with conspiracy to commit grand theft, allegedly defrauding the airport authority out of more than $1 million. Spencer no longer has anything to do with the airport, but that stigma remains.
That old image that's been associated with the prior leadership that was on board, hopefully then that change will help to see that there's a new day at the airport.
However, until the day comes when you can book a ticket online for a scheduled commercial flight, it's going to be tough for the public to see the reuse effort as a full success, regardless of how much property tax Amazon's generating or how many blimps drop in for some extra fuel.
The residents within our region, they travel just above what the national average is. So there's customers out there. It's just a matter of someone knocking on the door and saying, hey, we want to do business out of San Bernardino Airport. And we're here to try to promote that and make that happen.
In the meantime, the San Bernardino Film Commission has hosted several commercials and Hollywood productions at the airport.
Sophia!
It's not every day you get to film in a fully functional, completely empty terminal. From San Bernardino International Airport, I'm Connor Knighton for SoCal Connected.